Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wild Things Found Online. I am Vokal the Slug Cat, and we are back yet again with some more Big Toph. Looks like she broke her hiatus of taking one day off, and she is back. We're gonna see probably the thing I'm looking forward to seeing in this stream is if we are indeed continuing our positivity era. As Toph stated in her last live stream, she's turned over a new leaf. Okay, she's keeping it positive and ignoring all of the negativity. So we're gonna see if that theme holds up. Big shout out, of course, to my slug pups and slug cats. Thank you all so much for joining the channel. I did just throw in some new emojis, so hey, hope y'all enjoy those. If you haven't already, consider becoming a member to the channel. Would highly appreciate it. Get your vocal badge and of course some fun emojis and members first videos. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see what's cooking with Big Toph.
Hi. It's
What's
going
up,
good.
Toph?
I don't even know why.
Ugh.
I don't know. The soda from the fountain drinks at the gas stations are coming out watery. How are you going to sell people watery drinks? Hello? Get your ish together. Anyways, hey.
Tophia, did you ever think it might be a sign? It could be a sign to get some more water in rotation. Just a thought.
I know I went to go get a Dr. Pepper and it came out like Sprite. I was like, what the heck? So then I had to pour the whole thing because I'm like, what the hell, man? I'm not eating. I'm just drinking juice. Well, soda. So.
And Tophia, are you watching my videos? Because that would be crazy. I see she brought back out the bandana, which I explicitly said. I explicitly said in that last stream, it would be much better than the Chewish curls, which I do see that they're back. But at least they're like separated. They're not just right in front of her eyes, which just looks ridiculous. Hey, Toph, I gotta give it to you. This is actually a better look. I'm gonna give you some kudos, a little grace today.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I did it myself. I couldn't find my black bandana, so it was a good day. But yeah, this not Dr. Pepper, this Mountain Dew. I went to get Dr. Pepper, but instead got Mountain Dew. I just want to say I got something new going on. I always do from my phone. Why do I need to seek employment? Crazy. You like my Sandlot shirt? Yeah, I got it at Walmart.
Lord.
Yeah. Actually, I went on a shopping spree.
Oh my goodness. Tophia, why? Just why? I tried to give you some grace and now you're telling me you went on a shopping spree. Oh my goodness. Okay. What did you get, Tophia? Let's hear about it.
I got some shirts. I got $50. We got the moolah. I'm able to buy not whatever I want, things I needed. So I got socks. But I got, this shirt was $3. $3 at Walmart. Look, watch. Let me show you my shirts. I had a Mickey Mouse shirt, but the lady that I think something happened to her, she was taking the stains out of my shirt and I forgot to get it from her before I left and yeah, it's gone. That was my favorite shirt too. It was a white shirt with Mickey's all over it. Yeah. So I didn't have a Mickey Mouse shirt, so I was like, let me get Mickey. So I got Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. I got this shirt, which says slashing through the paint. And it's like Jordan doing a dunk, but except it's ghost face. I think that's the. I got 5 of them, including this shirt. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This one was $3. 3. It's my SpongeBob shirt. It says SpongeBob on it. I thought that was $3. You can't beat $3.
Goodness.
And then I got this shirt. I got some needed socks. And last but not least, I got Dragon Ball Z because that's my favorite anime. This is a pretty dope shirt.
Is it your favorite anime? So basic. But on a serious note, did you get Marie anything? Did you grab your mom anything that you could send over or drop off? No? Okay.
It's over 9,000. I sound like that guy that's like, when he tells the Yo Mama jokes, Yo Mama is so fat, she sat on the mountain and made Mountain Dew. Whatever he says. Anyways, the sizes I get, none of your business. That is so watery. Oh my god, that is nasty. but I had to do.
Well, hey, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. This shirt actually looks like it fits. So bravo, Toph. You know, maybe she did size up at least one or two sizes. Good for her.
Because I paid for it. You paid for it, you gotta. I watched Avatar Fire and Ash. I don't know, that movie was long. 3 hours long. Bruh. No, this is not. I've worn my hair like this before. I did it myself. Nothing much. I was not. Yeah, there was a lot going on, but we good. I don't know, I'm just a little frustrated or upset, but
Wow, what's wrong?
because it's just like, okay, so my social media, I don't know, people make a big deal over it and I just don't like it at all. And it's not in a bad way. It was just like when people find out about my social media, there was like, hey, big TikToker. And I'm just like, okay, can you address me as a normal person like I am? Or making a big deal. We went somewheres and someone made a big deal about me getting a photo saying, did you tell him? Did you tell him what happened? And I was like, what? I was like, oh, they were like, someone took a picture and recognized. I'm like, oh my God, you really are a celebrity. I'm like, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not famous. I'm me. So then.
Hey, I mean, she's right. She's not a celebrity and she's not famous. She's definitely infamous. For sure. There's a huge difference between those two.
And this troll wanted to address me and say, you can forgive Jeffree Star, but you can't forgive Karuna. And I was like, that's an old tweet. I don't forgive Jeffree Star for what he did. That's an old tweet. I didn't know anything about like Jeffree Star before I found out. But anyways, it's just annoying because it was just like, you can address me. They said you can reply to me, but you can't tell your people why you ain't going live. And that just literally bugged me because it's just like, I don't need to tell someone if I'm not going live. I wanted to sleep. I slept and then I woke up on time to go live and I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm just going to go back to sleep. I slept. I don't need to explain nothing to nobody. Crazy. My life does not revolve around social media. I just wish people would treat me as a normal person
does, but
and stop
okay.
treating me as such. Like, okay, well, you asked for it. No, but still, it is annoying. It's frustrating. And I know this guy didn't recognize me from social media, but it was just, I don't remember where I was. He just gave me a dirty look, and I'm like, bro, what's your issue? What's your problem? Why are you looking at me like that? You need your eyes fixed? Because I can fix them for you. It's just so
Girl,
annoying.
shut up.
Don't look at me like that, judging me. And I'm like, I don't even bother nobody. But it's like a lot. I can't even just like take one day's rest without someone saying, well, you need to explain to people why you ain't going live. It's just like, I don't need to explain shit to nobody. If I want.
Yet here you are explaining why you're not explaining. But okay, whatever you say, Toph. I mean, hey, you could have said I just wanted to rest and I don't owe anyone a explanation. And you could have just left it at that. But let's rant about it. Sure.
I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep. It's a lot. Like, it's way more than people know. It's things that I can't talk about online that I'm really upset by. But I'm trying just to, but it's just frustrating. It's just like, I'm a normal human being just like anybody else. But sometimes it does get frustrating because some people are like, hey, famous TikToker. And it's just like, here we go again with that. Just because I had a video that hit 53 million views does not mean, you know, people look at me crazy when I say that. I'm like, I had a video that hit 53 million views. I don't even know how that happened because I tried to process that. 53 million people? That's a lot of people in the world. That's like.
Girl, okay, for one, stop gassing yourself up. Two, 53 million views doesn't mean 53 million people. But sure, continue.
Like, not even half the people in the world because there's billions, right? But it's so crazy. But I'm like, because I can't process it. That's why I said that. Like, I have a video with 53 million views, but people look at me some type of way. I'm just like, they made a big deal because someone asked for a photo, and I'm just like, it's just a normal thing. Like, okay, it's a photo. That's it. That's all. Oh my God, you're infamous. It's just like, okay, it's just a photo. Calm down.
Infamous.
You don't need to get all excited. You getting more excited than me. I just took a photo and just went back to whatever it was I was doing. I need to treat it as such. As a regular, I don't even like this nails. The nail polish thing. It's like the nail stickies. I don't like the color. Anyways, like I was saying, I'm just over it because it's becoming an issue, a fine line of treating someone with respect. And I do want to address it because it is annoying. I don't know why people are going online saying my mother died. Like, that is what really bothers me, but in a sense it doesn't because your mom, and this isn't a threat, your mom is going to die. Because if you're putting that out there in the energy, if you're putting the energy out there for that, You're asking for a family member to pass away. Why would you go online and say my mom's dead? Do you want your mom to die? Because you don't mess with death like that. Death is not a joke. You guys are putting that negative out there in the energy, in the air. And that's going to come back around to you. And if something happens to your mom, then what are you going to do about it? Like, that's not cool at all. I don't appreciate that. My mom is very much living. She's very well protected spiritually. So
Sure.
you mess
Okay.
with you don't know.
Okay.
That's why I don't mess with things I don't know. People be claiming, oh, I do voodoo. Okay, you mess with that. And you don't know what you're doing, then you guys gotta stop messing with things you don't know. The internet is all crazy. I don't appreciate that. That is not cool.
So I mean, I feel like between the ending of the last stream with the whole Tophiachu thing and where we're at so far, I think it's safe to say the whole positivity thing, yeah, it's kind of dead and done. I don't know. That's just me. That's the read I'm getting so far.
Not at all. You got people worried that my mom passed away, and that is not cool. Nobody thinks before they post stuff because it affects people. Like when you were saying stuff about my brother's friends, you didn't think one of his friends saw the stuff that you was posting, even the pictures. It affected them. Like people don't literally think before they post stuff because there's people in my real life that actually sees that stuff. She literally, she said she was just being mindful and said to block them, and I'm like, yeah, I'm blocking the people. But it really affected her, and it was very sad because it was like people don't think. His friends see this stuff. His friends have social media just as well as other people do. Like people that I know. Some of you guys really don't care. Nobody is bothering anyone, but anyways, like this color. It's too like
No,
I
not the
just don't
music.
appreciate that
No.
stuff. It's just a little frustrating because it's like when people think of my social media, I'm not a celebrity. I'm a normal person. It is so much on me. I know I'm not a celebrity, but people who are not like, how do I say, people that are not on social media a lot, to them, if someone's taking a photo of me or asking for a photo or recognizing me, to them, that's like a celebrity because a celebrity gets noticed. They walk up to a celebrity, ask for a photo.
Oh, if only they knew. If only they knew the lore and understood why you are so recognizable. Oh man. Yeah. Hey, they'll probably end up looking you up and they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out.
I don't consider myself a celebrity. It's other people that are not chronically online. If you're chronically online, to you it's just another but to them it's I'm just literally a regular person and I want to be treated as a regular person. And someone asked me how do I feel about the Perez situation. I feel that TikTok should have took that live down at the appropriate times when people tried to get it taken down because it's just like now people are traumatized from seeing that. Thank God I wasn't following him because if I would have saw that, that would have triggered me. That's crazy. TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok's AI moderation or whatever definitely dropped the ball in that situation for sure.
Should have took it down when it needed to. But anyways, like I said, it's just crazy because people had to see that, and thank God I didn't because I followed him, but his accounts keep getting taken down, so I might just peel this off because like I don't like it for my skin tone. It's just ugh. No, they're talking about Perez Hilton. I didn't follow him. I followed his accounts that got taken down, meaning that I didn't follow him.
What?
Like I said, he keeps making new accounts because he keeps getting taken down. So he makes new accounts, which is why I wasn't following the new account because his last account probably got taken down. Here's
Okay, I mean that shit makes no sense. If you didn't follow him, you just didn't follow him. I don't understand what that has to do with his accounts being taken down. Because I mean the way you're phrasing it, it sounds like you were following some of these new accounts of his that popped up and then they were taken down. So you're not following him technically. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting from it, but okay.
the thing, right? He said some horrible things about Britney Spears. He's made some jokes. I posted a joke that him and Jeffree Star made about Britney Spears. But at the end of the day, my empathy should not stop because someone's a horrible person. Yes, he may be a horrible person, but he's got kids. What about his kids? Imagine his kids seeing everyone online say that their dad deserves what happened to him and he deserves to pass away. Do you think that is right? We are not the judge of whether someone should live or die. Only he is the judge, the man upstairs. We don't get to sit here and decide who lives and who goes.
Pastor
We can't take the law into our own hands, right? We're sitting here trying to take the law into our own hands in a sense of then with that attitude, people will go harm somebody, and then what if that person was innocent? And then they take matters into their own hands and say, well, the police ain't doing anything, so I'm going to do something. They pull up, they harm the person, and the person, it's fatal, and the person is not with us. And what if that person was innocent? Then what? It is very, like, we cannot judge whether or not someone lives or dies. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, someone deserved it. Yes, the Charlie Kirk situation, that's a whole different story. Because he's the one who advocated for gun violence. So,
Word. Okay.
like, I don't know how I feel about that because, in a sense, I did say, like, oh, he deserves, but then, in the same instance, if I say he doesn't, then people are going to be like, well, you're supporting Trump. You're a Trump supporter. You support them. I am not going to defend what he said. No defense. And I did say he deserves that. But in the same instance, I don't know how to feel about that situation because it's kind of hypocritical. Because if I say we don't have a right to decide who lives and dies, and then I say, well, he deserves to die, then I'm being a hypocrite. But I don't really like him. And I mean, what he said about gun violence, look at what happened to him.
I mean, the same could be said about your brother. People didn't like him. Does that make it okay? No.
Like, I mean, you should have never said what you said about gun violence because look at what happened to you. And my brother died from gun violence. So
exactly.
Why are we saying it's okay? You know what I mean? I'm not defending Charlie Kirk, by the way. I put a sticker on. They're stickers. They're nail sticker things. I just said that I said he deserves to pass away. That's not defending him. Did I defend him? No. So don't say I did, because I didn't. Maybe, I think so. I think I remember you. I don't follow people that hates women. What? Are you talking about Perez Hilton? Because, bro, I need to get out there. I will have my place in my car, and then I'll be cruising. Where? I'll be back in the car clubs. Thank you for the gift points. I will be back in the car community. Okay, so I wanted to bring this to you because I'm learning a lot of things through some things that I'm doing, counseling and things like that. But I wanted to know because I know a lot of us, and here's the thing, because I wanted to bring this up because it's a good topic, about what people think love is. Because I think a lot of us don't know what love is. And I think
Yo, like, Tophia, shut the fuck up. I'm just going to tell you to shut up right now. Before you even start to dive into this, because it's... God, who knows? We're probably going to be sitting here listening to this for like the next 10 minutes. But just know, you're not the person to talk about this because you don't know. You don't have any experience to draw or rely on in this fucking field. So you are not the person that should be talking about this. But sure, go ahead.
A lot of us think we know the type of love we want, but we don't know. That's what I think. I think people don't know what love is. I think people don't know what they want. I think people think they know what they want, but they don't. And I think some people, like, okay, because I saw a post that Shorty Bae posted. It was a while back, and she was like, I want to be like, girl, you don't know what love is. You've been dating all these men. You're killing your liver by drinking a lot. You need to just slow down, just like sit down. Like, your perception of love, a lot of people, and I'm going to say this, you got too many issues to be thinking about a relationship. Some of y'all don't even need to be in a relationship.
You too. Take your own advice, bro. You out here got crushes, worried about some old guy that's trying to hit on you, that's old enough to be your dad. That's Tophia's words. You too. You don't need to be worried about no relationship or none of that shit either. So I don't even know if you are indeed in counseling, why the fuck is being loved even like a focal point of the discussion? Like, yeah, I understand. She, I would think, yeah, she probably feels lonely or whatever, but come on, like, get out of here.
Relationship. Some of y'all don't need to be hanging on to that toxic relationship that does not serve you at all. A lot of you guys want to go back to a toxic relationship. If it didn't work out before, what makes you think it's going to work out now? What makes you think it's going to be different? Some people have this mindset, like, if I go back to that, it's going to be different. It's going to be way different than it was last time. What's going to make it way different? You're just going to go back to that same environment, and it's going to be the same environment over and over again, and it's not going to work out. That person was not meant to be for you in your life for a reason. That person was not meant for you. No matter how much you hope, you wish, how much you still hang on to that person, you just got to let that person go. You just gotta, man, like, my brother's ex was toxic. My brother's ex threatened people. Why would you, I don't understand why someone would want to be with somebody like that. My brother, he wasn't really with her, but I just don't understand. It's like someone threatened somebody.
Tophia, what do you mean your brother wasn't with her? You have literally referred to Angie as your sister-in-law, and I'm pretty sure at no point did Brother Chu actually propose to her. So, I mean, he was definitely with her for you to give her that title at one point in time. Like, stop the cap.
Buddy, you want to go, like, okay, for me, maybe, no, I was going to say something. I just feel like in certain cases when I see something, it's like, oh, maybe I should be more like that. Maybe I should be crazy. Maybe someone will want me for being crazy and for just like.
Or maybe you should just become a productive member of society, Tophia. Have you ever thought about that? Because I don't know. I feel like, you know, if you actually got off your ass and did something, anything with your life, that would probably go a pretty long way as you know, as far as potential love interest. Because at the end of the day, who wants to date a slob that is homeless and not trying to better anything in their life whatsoever? Be for real.
Oh my God, like that's just my thought process, because then I think I'm not good enough for someone. Then I start talking about myself. But a lot of people do not need to be in relationships. One thing I also learned
You're
is
one
that
of them.
there are no roles. You put yourself in a role. And what I heard someone say is that boyfriend and girlfriend is a role. It's not real. Because then you have this expectation of what a boyfriend and what a girlfriend is, right? You have this expectation of
What?
what a boyfriend is and what a girlfriend is, and then you expect them to act like a boyfriend, you expect this person to act like a girlfriend. You don't even know, and then you have these expectations, and when they don't meet those expectations, then most of y'all don't even know what love is. A lot of y'all are thinking about trying to be with someone when you got too much going on. A relationship should be the last thing on your mind. I ain't out here trying to be in a relationship.
Tophia, lie one more damn time. Lie again. For real? So we're just gonna pretend that you didn't cry for like 3 streams straight back in January. We're gonna pretend that you didn't just go through this whole arc with Crush Chew like a month or two ago. And, you know, because you didn't get your way, you accused them of SA. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever you say, Toph. I mean, look, you know, Toph, she knows better than us, man, okay? We don't know what love is. We don't know what relationships are. We don't have a proper understanding of, you know, the title of boyfriend or girlfriend and how, you know, those titles, even though they're titles, they don't come with any roles, man. Because Tophia, the person with absolutely zero experience in this fucking field, said so. Okay?
I may have loved somebody, but like, hey, like that's the furthest from my mind. Some of y'all really need to be working on yourselves. You got too many issues. You want to go back to that toxic relationship or back to that person when it didn't work out, and then it's not going to work out again. What's going to make it different? People have this mindset of like, if I go back to that, it's going to be way different than it was before. I mean, it's so different. They're going to want you this time. They're going to agree with you. Like this time, it's like that. It's a male mentality because males learn to not take no for an answer. If
Of
you continue
course.
to pursue
Yeah.
that one person, eventually they'll realize they want to be with you. And that's not how that works. You can't sit here and pursue. And then eventually if it didn't work out before, it didn't work out now. Like if people are living their lives without you and having a good time without you, if people are doing just fine without you, some people are going to enter a relationship or think they want to be in a
Stupid ass
relationship,
TikTok
and they're
sounds,
just going
man.
to mess up someone's life. Why would you want to mess up somebody's life? Why would you want to? Why would you want to enter somebody's life just to mess it up? You're gonna mess up somebody's life because all the stuff you got going on. I don't get it. I get it. Shorty Bay always wants to be with someone, but you need to slow down. You need to really think. You don't even know what love is. You want to sleep, you want to have sex every night, but then that's not love. And you're carrying someone else's problems with you because that's a soul tie. Whatever issues they got, it's gonna connect to you.
Hey, bro, like who the fuck is she talking to? If if this is like some shit from the person that did her hair, hey, shut your ass up. Like get out of Tophia's ear because I am not trying to hear this shit from her. This is the absolute worst person to give any type of relationship advice whatsoever, because again, she's never been in a relationship. So like, who are you to even discuss any of this? You have absolutely no experience outside of talking to some thirst trapping TikTok dudes. Like, get the fuck out of here, Tophia. Shut up, please.
And you're going to carry that weight. It's a soul tie. That's why they say be careful when you sleep with somebody because it's crazy, right? Some people don't need to be thinking about relationships. I know if
You're one of them,
I
but
was
okay.
told, well, I wasn't told, but some people are told. I know some people be told you ain't ready for a relationship, and why would you want to go back to that person? Why? Like, there's a difference between wanting something casual and then saying you want love, but then sleeping with somebody. That's not love. It's not whatever you're saying, blank shaming people. Because yes, some people may want something casual, but think about it. How are you going to talk about wanting love if your mindset is, I want to have sex all the time? I just want someone to sleep with.
Like Tophia, like please just be quiet, because you're saying contradictions. You literally started this sentence off with the person wants something casual. How does that turn into I want love? It's one or the other, and that's okay. Obviously, I would say the only thing is people just need to stop being fake about it. Don't, if you only want something casual, like, be clear that you ain't really looking for nothing long term. Transparency. If anything, that should be the conversation here. But what you're saying, it don't make no fucking sense, Toph.
Are you like you don't want love if you want to have sex all the time? I'm not out here saying I want love and then having sex all the time, because then I ain't gonna find it. You can't want love and want sex all the time. Body all the time. No, I'm
Why
just
not?
kidding. Some y'all really need to use your brain. That's not shaming somebody, because Shorty Bae can't be saying she wants love and then be talking about wanting to enjoying sex. There's a difference. Like, yeah, but then when you say like making love with someone, right? That's totally different. But you're out here, and it's not shaming. If people choose that, it's one or the other. People can't have both. Say, I want love and I want, like, there's no problem with people going out there and doing it. There's no shaming people because you can do that. But if you're doing that, then you don't want love. You can't have. It's like a teeter totter. One's gonna outweigh the other, because some people's mindsets, they don't even know what love is.
This is
What
a
is
weird
love to
ass
people?
conversation, man. But
And it's just,
okay.
for me, it's more than a strong feeling. But for some people, it's like, oh, I have this strong feeling. I feel this way. I'm so attracted to this person. But you don't really know what love is. Nobody really knows what love is. You think you know because you thought your parents showed you love, or maybe you thought you experienced love, but you weren't good. A lot of y'all want to rush into relationships, but what are you gonna do? Bring all of your baggage and everything you think about yourself to a relationship? Because a lot of us judge ourselves. If you're talking about someone's looks unprovoked, if you're making fun of someone, if you're doing this and that, then you judge yourself. That's why you're judging somebody else. You cannot say nobody knows what love is. We can't, like, it's like when the whole girlhood discussion, right? We can have a discussion about womanhood, sorry, not girlhood, womanhood. None of us women really know what womanhood really is. That's a stupid discussion to be had. But nonetheless, you know what I mean? Some of y'all really don't know what love is. Some of y'all
Okay.
don't love yourself. You judge yourself. How can you be in a relationship if you judge yourself? How can you be in a relationship if you're all these things? You have all these things going on in your head. You have all these things that affects you. You talk down on yourself, all these things, and then yet you want to be in a relationship. Yet you want to go back to that person that it didn't work out with. And it's like I said it before, and I'll repeat it again because some people might have not heard. It'll be different this time. Once they get with me, they'll never want to leave me again. You don't want to go back to that person if they're living life without you and enjoying life. They never needed you. How can you claim that you care about someone, but you don't reach out and say, hey, are you okay? How are you doing? If someone cared about you, they'd reach out and say, hey, how are you doing? Are you okay? I'm worried about you. I'm concerned. People be hanging around people that don't really care, like the whole Flamas thing, right? I don't know what happened with
Who?
Flamas, but apparently those weren't her real friends. He was out here portraying he was this good guy that was sticking up for Shorty Bae, and then, some of these people out here really don't care about you. And if people are being fake, if people are being different, those are the people that's got to go. You looking at someone different, you looking at someone sideways, that's weird. I don't need fake people in my life. And I don't have fake people in my life, but I'm just.
Don't worry, Tophia. You are the fake person in everyone's life. It's you. You are that person. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay? Because we all know, us collectively, the consensus, me and the slug cats, we know that all of this bravado, this you that you present to the internet is not who you are in real life because you're fake as fuck. But sure, go off, I guess.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes you gotta let those people go. They're always gonna find a reason to not like you. They're always gonna find a reason. Whatever it is, they just got issues, and that's their problem. They're judging themselves. They've been through something. We really don't know what we want in relationships, and sometimes we don't know. We will never find Some people will never find the type of relationship they're looking for because they're looking for a perfect relationship that does not exist. It will never exist. You have this high expectations. What do they say? Like, you have high standards. Your standards are so high that you're never going to find someone that is going to meet your expectations of what you want in a person. You have this expectation of this person, and then if you get with them and things start happening, there's disagreements, there's arguments, then you say, you weren't the person I thought you was.
I mean, this all feels like projection because Tophia, you've literally chased, as far as we know, you've chased 3 people, all of which didn't want you. In all 3 of these situations, it did not end in a relationship of any kind whatsoever. So, I don't know, man. This sounds like projection. I'm just saying.
Oops. Whose fault is that? Because someone portrays themselves on the internet a certain way doesn't mean that they are the person that they portray in real life. Sometimes you got to be careful. People will
Tophia.
portray one way and then be a whole other person the other way. And you may think you know that person, but do you really know that person? Do you? Because like people really don't know what people think about themselves, what people judge about
Uh-huh.
themselves. If you don't know a person internally, that's really going to mess up the relationship. Internally, they got a lot going on. Internally, a lot of people judge themselves. And you think, oh, I think there's people that ain't ready for a relationship. I really do. I feel like that person is not ready to be in one. I feel like, you know, people just need to really deal with themselves eternally. And the things that I'm learning is that your childhood things that happen from your past, you've never really healed from. You've just buried it deep inside. And a lot of us have not healed from that trauma that we carry with us. And we're going to carry that into a relationship, especially, I am thankful that I've had both my parents, but some people have never had parents to show them what love really is. And then
Oh my god.
we don't even know what love really is, even if our parents showed it to us. But you think you know, and then you're going to take that to a relationship. And do you really love that person? No, I don't think so. I really don't. Thinking back, oh, maybe I didn't know what love really was. Maybe I don't.
You don't.
Maybe sometimes people got to slow down. Life isn't going to get any easier. It isn't going to get any better. Sometimes you just got to work on your internal self because you're carrying all of this trauma, all of this stuff that stemmed from your childhood. You pack that down. You bury that deep down. You think that if you go to therapy, it'll be better, but therapists really don't get to the root of that. They just say, hi, how are you doing? They just say, how are you? Tell me about a little bit about your life. It's not really getting to the deep internal parts that are inside of you to really ask you, what do you think and feel about yourself? Crazy. No one wants to open up. People want to shut down. Say, I ain't going to say anything. I ain't going to speak. I don't need to talk. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm okay. I got no issue.
Like, I don't even know what to say, man. Like, what is this rant that we are on right now? She's in her motherfucking psychology therapist era. What is this?
Issues where you do. If you're always trying to find love, if you're always trying to be with someone, what you're trying to fill that empty space. Then you get discouraged when you don't find the type of love that you're looking for because you don't know what you're looking for. You don't know what relationship you want. You think, and then you say, well, that's not what I want. I want this. And it's like, but do you really? Or are you just trying to fill that void inside and feel that attachment that you've never had because you've been abandoned most of your life? A lot of people feel abandoned. And when someone leaves them or walks out of their life, that really affects someone who has people that always leave and walk out of their life. It's like, oh, I try to hang on to this person because, they didn't walk out of my life. And then what happens if
Okay.
they walk out of your life? Then that's really going to affect you. That is really going to affect how you feel if that one person you thought would be there, would be there for you, walked out of your life. You are just trying to find someone who will make you feel that hole, the emptiness that because you've always been abandoned, because
Yes, Tophia, we know your hole is empty. You don't need to explicitly tell us. Christ.
someone's always left you, because someone's always walked out of your life. Well, there's a reason why. It's not being negative about everything. Some people don't need to be in a relationship. That's not being negative. Okay, well, get into a relationship with all your issues and then see what happens. Go back to that toxic relationship. Do it. You're going to carry it. No one really knows what love is. No one really knows the type of relationship they want. They think they know, but they really don't know. If you don't
Sure.
know, now you know. Like, some of y'all really need to learn these things. I'm telling you.
Man, look, she done went and had like one counseling session and she just thinks she's hot shit because I don't know where any of this came from. Like, what is this? What am I listening to right now?
The way some people treat others, I can most definitely tell for a fact they ain't ready for a relationship. Not at all. You got a lot of people out here, and it's so crazy. People be cheating. People don't want to stay faithful. People want to be playing games. It's just like, bruh, no, stop. Quit playing the games. Okay? If you're playing games, then you definitely not ready for a relationship.
I like this whole conversation. I feel like we are just going to end up talking about Wesley. At some point, it's gotta come up. I can feel it in my bones, man. This is okay. Whatever. Please, Tophia, continue.
At all. What's gonna make that person different that time? What's gonna make them be the one? Because nobody is really the one. Then what? You gonna get bored? You gonna want some new chick? Okay. Like, men don't really, yeah, they can't stick to one girl. And women too, they can't stick to one man. They get
Oh shit. Oh, the growth. It's not just men's fault. Oh my, like what? Okay. I see you, Toph. I don't agree, but I mean, we're in a day and age where dating is, I don't know, I would say dating is in a very weird spot compared to probably any other time in human history. And a big part of that is just the internet. I think I've said something along these lines before where it's like before the internet, I mean, hell, really just like on an evolutionary level, we're not we're not meant to see and connect with, thousands upon thousands of people each day, which we can do now via, doom scrolling, essentially. You had your small communities, you had your villages, your tribes. You might realistically know 50 to 100 people. But yeah, things have changed. And with those changes, people, I mean, the only thing I can think of, I feel like people just think there's, we're very evergreen. There's always something better. I feel like that's something that all people tell themselves. And sadly, it also applies to relationships, which is why shit is very dysfunctional right now.
get bored. There's no such thing as marriage anymore or a relationship to begin with because that's a role. I'm learning roles do not exist. When you put someone in a role, then they have to live to your expectation. They got to act like a girlfriend. When they don't act like a girlfriend, then what? You just dating just to date or are you dating to marry? Because if you're dating just to date, then it ain't going to work out. Nobody really wants to get married. They just want to. And then on to the next. You know why I haven't been in a relationship? And to be honest, do we really know? Well, we really,
Do
and it's
we?
not, I didn't know what I wanted in a relationship. It's the simple fact, right? That I'm just not going to settle. A lot of people, all they want is to sleep around. All they want is
Oh,
just a thank you, ma'am, one ma'am, thank you, ma'am, and that's it. Like, hey, no conversation. You just want to get someone in bed. Okay? I don't do that. I have very high values of myself, but also the way I think about men.
sure. Yeah.
That's not gonna work. And now women, that's not gonna work either. Just because of situations, just like how I think and see, because me figuring out that I'm bisexual and seeing a lot of relationships and the cheating and the lesbian relationships and all that, and just experiences, I'm like, yeah, that really messed up my thinking. My thinking is so messed up that I'm not ready for a relationship, especially with the way I think about men. Ooh,
Tophia, you're not ready for a relationship. You're not even ready for life itself. You're 32 years old and you have essentially zero experience taking care of yourself. Like you being in the shelter away from your mom after Brother Chu's passing, this is it. This is the closest thing Tophia has to like being on her own. And she's freeloading through the entire process thus far. with no ambition to change or do better. So, okay.
God, that's really not gonna work. It's not that people don't want me, that's not a thing. And again, people don't know what they want. Do they really know what they want? Should be getting married with the way that they are. You're depressed. You got all this stuff going on, but you want to get married? You want to be in a relationship? You judge yourself. The way that you are with women, the way that some men are with women, definitely don't see that person as marriage material. I'm telling you, this is crazy. I missed you. I couldn't stop thinking about you. Bob just like saying all this and then turn around and I'm getting married. You had someone that you was talking to all this time.
I fucking knew it, man. I knew it. I knew Wesley was gonna worm his way into this fucking conversation one way or another. Holy hell. Tophia, let it go, man. Just let it go. He never wanted you, obviously. And the fact that you are still treating this as like some serious moment in your life, it's sad, man. This shit is pathetic, gang. Move on.
Alright. But you're saying all this BS because you're saying what someone wants to hear? That is crazy. Not once, but twice has this happened. Twice. Two different men.
Oh, Justin. Yeah, don't forget Justin. Oh my god. Like, just, it's fucking ridiculous, Tophia. Neither of them wanted you. They, and I'm not even trying to be mean when I say this. You were not batting in your own league. Let's say that. They were out of your league, Tophia, and they had hundreds, if not thousands, of girls pursuing them. I don't know why. Why would that even be the type of man that you want in the first place? Seeing as the same shit they were telling you, you have said yourself that they would respond to other girls in the same manner. But for whatever reason, your gullible, dumb ass thought you were special. And that they really meant it when they were telling it to you. Like, this is a you problem. You have to change your perspective and mentality when it comes to dating.
I want to be with you. Next thing you know, they're engaged. They're getting married. Crazy. Like I said, that one guy that I ran into, my friend that's not living, that was her friend. She used to hang out with him all the time. He was like, "Can I add you on Facebook?" And like I told you guys the story before, and I was like, "I know why." Sure enough, "Do you want to go out?" And I was like, "No." Went to Texas. Next thing I know, I see his status on Facebook, engaged. Getting engaged to this. I'm not gonna say anything. Your man was just trying to get with me, and I'm pretty sure he was talking to her because there ain't no way that you're rushing into literally getting engaged with someone in that short span of time. You had to have known that person for a while. Like, you see what I talk about with the fake playing games? I'm sick and tired of the playing games, and especially I didn't like that person. But that's crazy. What if I did? I'm tired of the game playing. I don't play games. Love is not just a joke to be playing games. You may be out here to date, but to be honest, you ain't gonna be stuck on one person because you're always gonna, and then you're gonna try to find that relationship. How do I say it? Like, a lot of you guys are gonna be looking for a relationship you ain't gonna find. You ain't gonna never find someone like the one person that had treated you the way. How do I say it? Like, you'll never, like, someone treats you really, really good, and then you're expecting to find that in another relationship, and then when you get into that relationship, it ain't gonna be like how that person was, and then you're gonna be like, this isn't what I expected it to be. It's just crazy. You don't gotta be in a relationship to know this stuff. I don't know if I could really consider or say they were relationships. Maybe they did fail. Maybe we didn't get anywhere, but so what? I don't think people really know what a relationship is or what they really want.
Like, Tophia, don't you dare try and consider Justin or Wesley or Crushchu. Don't you dare try and even remotely say that these were relationships, because they fucking weren't. At all. Like, come on, man. You're going full blown femcel right now. This shit is wild.
You're over here telling somebody, right, And it's a good thing these relationships didn't work out. Because why would I want to be with someone that's saying, I love you, I missed you, I couldn't stop thinking about you. And then weeks later, talking about they're getting engaged. I'm getting married. And I was like, yeah, I know, I heard. Oh, really? What was the point of telling me you're getting engaged when you was just saying, I love you? You wanted to take care of me. Oh, I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to school, you know? I really want to take care of you and provide, like, basically implying that you're going to provide what I never had and be there for me. And then turn around.
So
And
pathetic.
then all of a sudden you're engaged. I'm done with the BS. Like, people need to really focus on themselves internally before they try to get into a relationship. Because you're taking all your problems with you. You're going to carry them with you, and then you're going to bring them to a relationship. And you don't really know what you want. You think, but you don't know. And it's a good thing I've never been, because I would have been in the wrong relationships. 2 people. Oh, I love you, da 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 da. And then what? Now they're engaged? Now they're getting married? You're getting married. But not too long ago, you was just telling me you was in love with me and you couldn't stop thinking about me. You obviously wasn't thinking about me when you're about to walk down the altar to your wife. So you're texting me while while your fiance is next to you, telling me all these things that you think I want to hear. I'm gonna take care of you, and here I was like a dummy believing that shit. I was eating it up. I was like, fuck.
Of
And
course
look
you
at,
were.
oh, I'm getting a divorce. You know, oh, so you want to come back? No, bye. Who cares if you're getting a divorce? Now you want no. Go back. I don't need that. And then what? You're gonna dump me and then marry someone else? No, thank you.
Girl, he was never going to get with you. If anything you are saying has even a grain of truth to it as far as Wesley, it sounds like if anything, he was using you essentially as like an emotional tampon. Like, be so for real. Here's this, because I'm sure Tophia was probably just gushing and, just really on his meat. Just straight meat riding, saying all the nice things and hyping him up. Maybe he just wanted to hear that. But as far as like the actual attraction piece of the relationship, bruh, get fucking real. It was over before it ever even was a thought. Okay? Like, again, not trying to be harsh, but Tophia, you were batting entirely out of your league, man. Not even remotely close.
I laugh at that. I'm just so sick and tired of people just literally acting like they're gonna be there and they care and they don't. I'm so sick and tired of people making it seem like they want to be with me and then playing these dumb games because how am I supposed to find a man when I think horrible of men because of what's happened? There was one person, right? And I don't know if he was interested in me. I can only assume he was. Me and my brother became friends with him, and we used to, every Tuesday, we had a pool date. Well, I call it a pool date, whatever. Because the place we lived at had a
Okay.
pool, a movie theater, all the works, right? A gym. I used to go on the treadmill all the time. But anyways, so we would meet every Tuesday and play pool. Like not swimming, but like pool. Anyways, it was just like personal stuff he told me. We had conversations. We would talk a lot. And I don't know, my parents told me one time, my mom and dad told me. Parents were probably right. They were like, I think he likes you. And I was like, I don't know. They're like, do you like him? They were like, he's a nice guy. And I was like, okay. One time, these guys that my brother was friends with, they
Lord.
mistook a situation because they were looking out for me, and they thought they came at him some type of way, or she did. This lady, it was embarrassing, man. She was like, "You better watch it with her or something," and she got into it. I'm like, "No, no, 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 it's not like that." But I was embarrassed. I had to be like, "No, no, no." She said, "I'm just looking because, like, I get it with guys, and her perception of guys." Anyways, I received this whole long thought out paragraph on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Facebook told me it's your birthday, blah, 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 right? We were having conversations back and forth on Facebook because he left back. He was from another country. He didn't live here. He was here on work. And after that, I had said, I think it was Merry Christmas or Happy New Year, I think it was. He saw it and he didn't respond. I'm like, okay. And I think his friend got in the way because he had a friend, she was blonde, like girl. Anyways, yeah. When she came into the picture, everything changed. But there was cause like, okay, like I said,
Oh
I
my
had
goodness.
jokes about like doing a couples because I was like, we could dress up in couples costumes, huh? And we were like planning. I was joking, but I was trying to like hints, hello. And so he was planning that stuff and he was like, I don't know. Like I was, yeah. I did my little thing.
What?
But it's just crazy because it's just like all these things you just tell people what they want to hear. Do you really mean it? No. It's not cap. These men
It
and
probably
these
is though.
people, because it's been on a spectrum, right? Not just men, but women. Like, I'm
It's there's only been one woman though, Tophia. Like, can you really say it's a spectrum if you've only pursued a relationship with one woman? Like, I guess. And even if it was true, if all of the situationships, if you can even call it that, if they're all ending the same way, where A, it doesn't result in a relationship, B, the person is not actually, like, there's no real intimate conversation, there's no intimate physical interactions, and I'm not even talking about just like the finish line, but like in all of these situations, there's virtually nothing for Tophia to be grasping onto, at least in my opinion, that would suggest that this is going to lead to a romantic relationship and a connection. Like, I don't see it in any of the examples she ever gives.
over it already. I don't do nothing to nobody. Why do people think it's okay to shit on me? I guess people are gonna say, yeah, do I look like a person that should be shit on? That's why I gave up. Like, I'm
Oh,
over relationships already. I'm so sick and tired of being pulled like a raggedy Ann. You're pulling my leg. It's like he says, you're killing me, Smalls. Killing me. My internal organs are like, it's a debilitating feeling. I just have to drop to my knees. I can't take any more heartbreak. I can't. My brain is already messed up as it is from my past traumas and stuff. You do all
right,
these
yeah.
extra things. You go out of your extra way to make me feel special, and then all of a sudden it's like the one person online. He was saying all this shit. He was doing all these things, and then all of a sudden, I'm gonna be single forever. Nobody likes me. I was in love with this girl. And then the next day she tells me she doesn't love me, and then making it seem like you're interested in me and that you like me, but then you're entertaining all these people that really don't love you. I guess
Well, take it as a fucking sign, Tophia. Hello? They are playing in your face and you were still entertaining it because you're desperate and gullible. Fucking goofy ass.
nobody wants someone that really loves them. Maybe I need to treat someone like shit, and maybe then I'll probably get a relationship. Don't love
Yeah,
me.
that'll do it.
Okay? Well, do please. But I'm just joking. People don't want someone that loves them. People want someone that treats them like shit and slaps them around. Slap them around a little bit. I'm just kidding. But it's just crazy,
She's
right?
weird.
Doesn't matter if you really care for someone, they ain't gonna love you back. I'm starting to believe what Tupac said. If you love hard, then don't love at all because that's gonna get you hurt. Someone wants someone that treats them like shit. I don't understand the logic, but selfish. What do you mean selfish? There's nothing about being friendly. First of all, being friendly is different than telling someone something turned you on. You don't walk up to your friends and say, that thing you did turned me on. Okay? That's different. You may see it as a friendship, but that's not being friendly. I know the difference between being friendly and wanting to be in a relationship because there's no way in heck that someone is being friendly telling someone that they're supposed friends because I was not friends with that. Well, they're online. We never met in person. You
Yeah.
don't plan on meeting someone and constantly saying, when are we going to see each other? When are we going to meet each other? Oh, that one time I turned my camera off. Why did you turn your camera off? I want to see your beautiful face. Saying all this stupid shit. Okay. And it wasn't just that. There's a difference between.
Look, man, like, all these stupid ass examples with Wesley, it's just that. All that shit sounds dumb, Tophia. Because if a man was actually interested in you, it would be a lot more than just this. Like this, again, all this shit sounds pathetic. You need to let it go. This shit happened over like 5, 6 years ago at this point. Move on. Why are we even talking about this, man? Like, Tophia, you don't get no play. That's all this is. Because if you actually got play, you would not still be sweating these motherfuckers that you were not even in an actual relationship with. Fucking sad.
Between being friendly, because there's no way I would go up to my friend and say, you turned me on. Like, then that's not your friend. Are you trying to have sex with your friend? Because then that's friends with benefits. That's not a friend if you're trying to have sex with your friend. I have to put it that way.
I mean, it is a friend. It's literally in the title. Yeah, we're still friends. Just want to, just want to do a little something extra, but they don't want any commitment, Tophia. They don't want any strings attached. How are you 32 and like don't understand this? What are we talking about right now?
Because then people will understand. They literally openly blurted out after a comment I said, "You don't know what that does to me. It turns me on." Like just out of nowhere, just mindlessly, bloop, to a bunch of people on the live.
And again, I feel like a big part of this whole angle, even if any of this is true, I feel like a big part of this was Wesley or Justin, whoever she's talking about. You have to remember, yes, these guys had, hundreds, if not thousands of other ladies thirsting after them. But Tophia actually had a large platform. And she was heavily duetting both of these guys at one point in time. So, yeah, I mean, it's like throwing chum in the water. Just waiting for you to bite. And you did repeatedly, even though they were entertaining all these other girls. You're stupid. And that's okay. But, at this point, it's been, 5 years or so. It's time to grow up, move on, and let it go. Find you, hey, give that old nice man, give that old man a shot, Tophia. Maybe he'll treat you right. I don't know.
And I'm just like sitting here like, whoa. And it puts me out there because it's just like, all because I said that I had a heart surgery scar. Like, okay, calm down. I don't gotta lie. Lots of people saw that live and they said, chill, chill, chill. And I was like, chill. It was crazy. It happened on a live in front of a bunch of people.
Sure.
That's not being friendly. If you say a person turns you on, that's way beyond being friends. At that point, calling someone bae, you don't call well, maybe you may call your friends bae. I don't know, but for me, I always thought bae was more than a relationship. AT&T wireless. You're cute, bae. You're cute. That is literally not being friendly. Not at all. Considering the other stuff, I could just lay out there. There's a difference between being friendly, and I know there's a difference between being friendly than actively pursuing someone and making them think you want a relationship with them. There's that side of it. Now, some of these people may have not admitted it, but that was their intentions. All they had to say was like, yeah, I wanted to be with you, and I made you think I wanted to be with you. Just be honest. Fishing for compliments, saying that you're going to be single forever, and then dumping on the only person that cared about you. I would never be like, I love you, and the next day say I don't, and then you're online telling people this. I have been honest with people. I don't do that.
Okay.
And people may think that I'm playing, and may think that I didn't really mean what I said, but I do. I'm not here to convince people. They can think what they want. And this is not being rude or being shady or throwing slight shade or nothing. I'm not, but I don't joke. When I say that I really care and love for someone, I really care. Oh, well, if it doesn't work out, oh, well, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, maybe I might get upset and cry, but really, do people really know what relationship they want to be in? I don't think so. I don't think people really know what they want. They don't know what they want. They think they know what they want. And especially because we have it ingrained in our heads from what we've seen other people. All these fairy tales, all these princesses, happily ever afters, that's not real. Dating shows, all of this portraying what this love really is, but it's not. And then they got people fake fighting each other for drama. I don't think any of that fighting stuff is real on dating shows. I just
think no shit, Toph.
Because nobody's gonna watch a show where there's no drama, where someone isn't fighting. Well, first of all, okay.
Dude, she's 32, and she's just now putting together that the drama on reality TV is fake. You can't make this shit up, man. Like, when I say she is slow, she is slow. Like, what the fuck, man?
Some of them, yes, they have asked for me to be with them in a sense of...
No, they didn't.
They implied it. They don't...
Oh, my God. Tophia, no. Oh my God, Tophia, you should have just left it at that. I mean, fuck, you lie all the time. You should have just lied and left it at that by throwing in, well, they implied it. Like, Bruh, you make yourself look so stupid. Why would you say this? Oh my god.
I have to outright, because I already knew. These people, okay, a lot of these people are not inward with their feelings, it's an outward. They think that they're
Oh,
being
okay.
nonchalant, but they're not. I know.
Right, yeah.
100 times out of 100% times, I know. Hello, I was right about the last person. I had this feeling.
No, the fuck you. Oh, my bad. Hold on. She's probably talking about the old guy. I mean, okay, yeah. Okay, so what? So what if he likes you or wants to get with you, which is probably the more realistic expectation, in my opinion. Okay, so what? You were right about that one guy. What about Crush Chew? Where you were completely wrong. Like, vehement. All the red flags, all the signs that they just wanted a platonic friendship. You didn't see that shit. So I was like, can we really take what you say serious? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know about that, Toph.
Feeling they liked me, and everyone started telling me, yep, you was right. And I didn't bring it up. They mentioned it to me. I didn't say nothing. I said,
Okay.
this person was looking for another relationship. They just got out of a relationship with their crazy wife. And they said, yeah, they liked you. And that was a confirmation, like, and it's not a move on thing because I didn't like them. First of all, they're old enough to be my dad. So heck no, that was not
I mean, Crush Chew was old enough to be your mom. What's the problem?
gonna work. But a lot of people have acted like I didn't know. Like, oh, I know because the way that they were around me, all of that stuff, like I just knew. I was like, you're not very good at hiding it. Especially online. They're not very good at hiding their feelings, especially the things
Online?
that they say. I just know, okay? I'm a smart cookie. I'm not stupid. It's not even a settle down thing, right? If people, here's the thing, people think they know what they want in a relationship, but then make excuses about commitment, and men in general, and women too as well, because women do it too. But you
Oh,
cannot
okay.
sit here and have conflicting feelings with commitment and then want to be with someone else. Who cares if they didn't settle down? They don't really know what they want in a relationship. If you don't want commitment, then what makes you think you're going to want to be committed to that one person that you're still stuck on? That's not going to work. You already were talking about you just didn't know whether or not you wanted to be committed to someone, and a lot of people do that. But then, oh, you're open to commitment when it's that one person? That's not going to work. You don't know what you really want. And I see it online all the time.
Yeah, they do. They do, Tophia. They want that one person, which is why they're not open to commitment with the other people they might be entertaining. It's because they actually really want a specific person. The fuck are you talking about right now?
It's not about someone like settling down or someone wanting to settle down with me, because that relationship wouldn't have worked. Really, like if I see the way that people are towards people, and not in a bad way. Yes, it has been bad, and then it's been good, but in a sense of the way that people have been, that would have not been a good relationship. That wouldn't have lasted. And I'm not going to be that person that's like, I have him for
Right.
the moment. Why would you want to be in a relationship to have someone for that moment, knowing that you're hanging on to something that really isn't going to work? Why would you hang on to a relationship you know isn't going to last very long? No, it's not that someone is not commitment material. It's the fact that people don't want to be committed. Like I said, marriage is not a thought in people's brains. They think they want to get married, but why would you want to get married to someone when you have all these issues and problems going on that you think it's going to be better than the last time? What makes you think it's going to work now? Because it didn't work the last time, so what makes you think it's going to work now? It has nothing to do with commitment. Everyone has issues. If it didn't work out, it's because of something that is on their end that is conflicting them. A lot of us don't
Oh,
know what
okay.
love is. A lot of us don't know what a real relationship is. A lot of us have high standards and think we're looking for this type of relationship that doesn't exist. And when you get into that relationship, you're going to realize the person was not who you thought they were. You haven't lived with that person. They portray themselves a certain way, especially online, and then you find out later on in life, hey, this person is not who I thought they were, and now you got to live with them, and you stuck with them. Then what do? Separate, because the relationship didn't work. You start drifting apart. You're two different places. You have two different ways. You
This
drift
shit's
apart.
crazy,
Then you
bro.
become different. My lifestyle is not for your lifestyle. Sometimes it doesn't clash, and you think it will, and you try to force it and make it work because you can't let go, because a lot of people are feeling a void. Like I said, it's
Oh,
empty. If
okay.
people are
Yeah.
always abandoning you, if people are always leaving you in your time of need, Sometimes you will self-sabotage and push people away. Then you're really abandoned. And that does not help because then you feel abandoned, you feel alone. So what are you going to do? You're going to go back to that toxic relationship you had before because you think you want to be with that person because you need to feel the emptiness inside of you. Someone gives you those feelings, someone makes you feel good, someone's there for the moment, and then they're gone. Now, how do you react? You scramble to try to find someone else. You scramble to go back to that one person before that other person to fill the hole, the void, because you've been abandoned all your life. People have left you. Abandoned people want to be kept. They're so desperate that they'll endure whatever it is they need to go through. They think that they need to be treated that way. They think
Sounds like projection. Just saying.
this is how a relationship needs to be with someone when no, it doesn't. You don't need to settle or feel less than or go through what you're going through because you want to stick by that person to be kept. So you'll accept anything less than. You will lower your value. You will think you need to be a certain way. You judge yourself. I judge myself a lot. Maybe if I look like this, maybe if I had this, maybe if my body wasn't like this.
Maybe if I had a job. Maybe if I was an actual adult. Maybe if I took care of myself. Maybe if I took a shower every day. Maybe if I didn't have these damn Jewish curls. Maybe if I didn't weigh 2 people worth. 3 people worth. I mean, yeah, keep going. Let's what about the productive bits? Because right now you're only addressing like the superficial things that are, I would say, are holding you back from being in a relationship as far as your looks, your weight. But what about your character? You have absolutely no drive. You have no work ethic. You do not want to be a productive person in any sense of the word. Even this dream job of social media that you refuse to give up, you don't even put the work into that for it to actually be beneficial in any sense of the word. So yeah, please continue. I hope there better be like at least 3-4 more things on this list, Tophia.
This. Maybe people will want me. Oh, I need to fix this. I've got,
Your
teeth
teeth.
that are stained. They're not, my teeth are white, but
No,
I
they're
still got
not.
some stained teeth. I always say, like, I always think in my head, I don't say it out loud because that's an insecurity. Is, oh, I need to get my teeth cleaned. Yes, I have one crooked tooth. So what? People make fun of my crooked tooth. It's not like I'm trying to run out there and get braces. Someone's like, she needs to get braces for a crooked tooth. Okay.
Girl, that's the least of my worries. I got one tooth that's a little crowded as well. That's I could care less about that crooked tooth. Anytime I talk about Tophia's teeth, it's they are discolored as fuck. Like as fuck. And your gums are swollen, gang. You look like you literally got, I don't even know. You got like just some sponges, some pink sponges for gums. They're so inflamed and puffy. That shit looks crazy. You need to go to the dentist and get your shit right. Brush your teeth at least once a day, if not twice a day. Dental hygiene, man, it is important.
That's not an insecurity of mine. My teeth being stained kind of is because I brushed my teeth. I took care of my teeth. It's just stained. And then I need to really, there's a lot of things I think about myself. If I'm being honest, when I see someone that I love or someone that I have feelings for, and it's like someone else or, things like that, it makes me very insecure. Like, oh, I wish I was them. I wish I had this. I wish I had that. Then maybe they wouldn't leave me. Then maybe they would stick around. And that's the thing. You judge yourself. If you want to change yourself for a person, then you shouldn't even be in a relationship because why do you have to fix things about yourself just to be with someone? Someone will love you for who you are. And when someone loves you for who you are and you don't really believe it, then you push that away. Someone's going to love you for who you are. You don't need to change for anybody. I need to fix this.
Okay.
Oh, don't look at me.
I mean, you could change for yourself. Just a thought.
It's just like, okay. What do you mean unavailable? First of all, men or women, they have literally been unavailable. I have never liked anyone that has been in a relationship. Let's get that 100% because you ain't going to lie on me. I don't go after people that are unavailable. Let's not lie. All because you can't believe that someone that is 10 times attractive likes me. And even if it isn't a person that isn't really attractive to people because of beauty standards, I don't really care a little bit about someone's looks.
A lot of bit. A lot of bit. You know, maybe not for the woman that you were pursuing, maybe not for them, but for guys, oh, you definitely care. Because you're not going to tell me like the only guys you've ever taken seriously was Justin Burke and Wesley Boba. If looks didn't matter that much to you, you could definitely find some nice guy that was interested in you, but that's not the case. Tophia, no matter what she says, is extremely superficial.
It's your personality, how you carry yourself, how you act as a person, how you treat somebody. If you don't know how to treat somebody right, then why would you want to be with someone like that? Why are we judging people? You clearly don't know what you want. I'm not going to sit here and beg someone to be with me. When people sit here and say like, oh, they never wanted to be with you. Okay, well, maybe they don't know what they really want out of a relationship, and that's okay. Look, the way I see things is, yeah, I failed, but they're going to get in a relationship with someone else, and that's going to fail too because nobody is really working on themselves. It's not a simple fix as tell people go to therapy. Therapy is not going to really work on your internal self. Yeah, they might want to get to the root or the bottom or the cause of why you are the way you are, the way you act, but let's be 100% correct. No one is asking you internally how you think and feel about yourself. No one is saying, are you okay, or reaching out to you or being there for you when you need them the most. I'm not going to be on some beach somewhere, and for me, it is hard. And I literally said this because I did. I didn't feel like I deserved to enjoy these good things. My mom's at a shelter for a whole year while I'm trying to get housing, and I can't even enjoy the moment of being at a river in the water because my mom's in the shelter. My brother is dead. He's not buried. How can I be sitting on a beach? How can I be acting like I'm enjoying life when the world around the people that I know is crumbling? And it's not making me feel some type of way, but it is hurtful because how can you say you care about people, but then you have your feet kicked up, you're on a beach somewhere, or, you're living life without that person? Has that person ever reached out to certain people and said, hey, are you okay? Because I don't think that's not someone I would be in love with. I wouldn't be in love with someone that hasn't reached out to me that may have caused all my problems, like my brother's ex. Why would you want to be with someone that hasn't even asked you how you're doing? Are you okay, or checking up on you? You could be passed away for all people know. That's a very uncaring person. Very uncaring. If nobody reaches out to you, if I was dating someone and they didn't reach out and ask if I'm okay, then I don't want to be with that person. It's like going in circles. You only hear what you want to hear. Who cares if I've talked to people and the relationship didn't come of it? So what? But thinking on these situations, would it have really worked out with the way people think about themselves? They're going to get into a relationship. That's not going to work out either. And it's not because I'm sitting here hoping that the people that I've liked, that their relationships failed. That's just a fact. You can't be sitting here talking about how you want to be with someone, how you're in love with someone, how you want to be with them physically. That's happened more than once.
Sure,
and then turn around and tell somebody you're engaged or that you love someone else after you were telling me not too long ago that you was in love with me. That's crazy.
Let it go. Why are we still talking about Wesley all this time later? Get over it. Fuck, man.
And then all of a sudden you're engaged and married. Wow, that's really gonna work out. I couldn't stop thinking about you. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm over it. So who cares? That relationship wouldn't have worked out anyway. So you could say, oh, you had failed. Okay. They would have been telling someone else they loved them. They would have been telling someone else that they wanted to be with them while they were with me. I don't need that. If they did it to somebody else, they'll do it to somebody else. Yeah. It's a Swiss roll. God, I played that.
Of everything else, here trying to lose weight. Balmain helps people lose up to 25 pounds.
Is it good?
Jesus, it's just like sticky.
Just large. Christ.
This is good. It's a Swiss roll. It's stuck to the cardboard.
Yeah, lick it. There you go. Fucking glutton.
Delicious. It's watery. No, that's Mountain Dew. I tried to get Dr. Pepper, but it was watery. The Dr. Pepper it came out like Sprite. I don't
know what happened, but like the video's out of sync now. Just letting y'all know.
No, know what it is with Dr. Peppers in the fountains, but at the gas stations, they've been coming out watery. How are you selling Dr. Pepper and it's coming out like water? I push not the water, I'm pushing Dr. Pepper and it's coming out like Sprite, and it's happened twice. Everything's so much snobby. Well, Nina, you're just judging. What am I supposed to be? What society wants me to be? Am I supposed to get a 9-to-5 job and live life according to what you say? Because I'm supposed to live by your life?
Here we go.
Your life is not my life. Having a 9-to-5 job does not make you a somebody. You think you somebody because you have a job? What happens when you get fired from your job? Then you're going to have that thought process of,
I go out and get another job. If that's the case. Duh. Like, what do you mean? Because, Tophia, like, you know what happens when you just refuse to get a job? You end up like you, chilling in a homeless shelter, complaining that they can't go out and do what they want to because they gotta ask people at the big age of 32 if they can go somewhere, and they got a curfew, and you gotta go out and do community service to avoid getting kicked out of your fucking bunk. So yes, I will gladly work my 9-to-5. That's perfectly fine with me.
Of like you're a nobody because you don't have a job. Make that make sense. Some of you guys really need to think about what you want out of life. I don't want to work the rest of my life. I don't want to struggle. A job's not going to care if I break down during work because something was said and I'm upset and now I'm thinking about it. Like, please, they're not going to care what you're going through. They're just going to tell you to go home and take your problems with you. What do they tell you when you apply for a job? Do not bring your problems to work. You ain't going to go to work and tell them this is me. What about people that literally are here, right? What about people that have PTSD and depression, right? Terrible advice. If that's the case, then go tell your job you got major depression and PTSD. Go tell your job that you got labels. And then they'll tell you to go home. Can you tell your job that you're having a shitty day? No. You got to work having a shitty day. They're not going to care. They're going to...
Yeah, you're right. But I can tell my supervisor I'm having a shitty day. And hey, man, I'm kind of going through it today, man. I'm not feeling my best. It might be a little rocky. I'm just giving you a heads up. All right, bro. Just, do what you can. Not all companies are just terrible places to work at, Tophia. But you wouldn't know that because you basically don't have any actual work experience whatsoever. So all the shit that you talk about 9-to-5s is coming from a place of ignorance because you only had one, and you've told us that your check, the only check you've ever actually received from working, was $200. So in my brain, that means you probably worked maybe 4 days. You might have made it a 1 week, and that's it. So it's like you're not in a position to talk about these things, man. So shut up, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
They're going to make you work. You tell them you got a shitty day, they're going to just say, well, do you want the job or not? Because we'll fire you. You can't have a bad day. That's why people take bad days out on people, because they're forced to work. That's not how life is supposed to be. That's how they told you life is supposed to be. If you think that's how life is supposed to be, then that's wrong. You need to redefine what life is. You don't let someone tell you that's how life's supposed to be, because then you live it that way.
Am I supposed to redefine it like you, Tophia? Is your life what I should be striving for? Is your life what I should want at my age? Be so fucking for real, man.
Live life how you feel it's supposed to be, not how someone tells you it's supposed to be. You do what you're told, and it doesn't get you anywhere.
You do what you're told too. Because we know that you don't want to go and clean office buildings. You don't want to be at the food bank handing out food. You don't want to do none of that shit. So you also do what you're told. You have less freedom by far than what we do. So this whole, this ego of thinking like you're somehow better than us and beating the system just because you don't pay rent for where you're at right now. Hey, cool, man. You enjoy that. Enjoy sitting on your ass all day, steadily gaining 2-3 pounds a week. You have fun with that shit. I'm gonna continue to put in my 9 to 5, getting active, about to get back on my workout routine. Hey, life is good over here, and I'm sure it is good for the majority of the people that watch these videos. Shout out to y'all.
So you're supposed to hold your feelings in, and you're supposed to let those feelings eat you up inside and mess you up, and you're not supposed to talk about them because you're doing what you're told? That's not going to help you. That's not going to work for you. You're going to destroy yourself. And for someone that said, then you're crazy for telling people to destroy themselves. I don't want someone to destroy themselves. I don't want someone to hurt themselves. You may want that, but I don't.
The fuck are you talking about?
To destroy themselves? I don't want any of my friends. I don't want my family. I don't want anyone to destroy themselves. That's why I care.
Tophia, working a 9 to 5, it's not destroying yourself. I look, I can understand you had a bad experience with Dunkin' Donuts and you got fired because you're a big stank ass. Okay, I get it, but I don't feel like that's a big enough of an excuse for you to just have this terrible view on working. It doesn't make any sense. Because it's like you saw what your dad did. You know, he supposedly had his own businesses, right? You know, Mama Chu, she essentially just never did shit as far as I know. She didn't do anything. She never worked, which is why she doesn't get Social Security, I'm assuming. Yeah, and look how far that got them. Like, what are you doing? You're talking all this shit, but if you compare your life to just pick any random 10, 20 motherfuckers that are working, they are doing far better than you. It's not even remotely close. There's no competition, Toph.
If you're not talking about your issues or what's going on, it's going to affect you. You're just destroying yourself. Okay. You're not talking about how you feel. You're not talking about your day-to-day life. There goes my astronaut. Because I sat down too hard. What do you mean it's none of my business? To an extent, people can choose what they share and what they don't share. No one's forcing anyone to share anything. I care. You know why? It's not my business. It's the fact that I don't want my friends or my family to destroy themselves. It has nothing to do with it being none of my business. I'm not trying to be in people's business. I'm trying to make sure they're okay, because I don't want to get the call that something happened and they're not okay. I care. You may not care, but I care. It's sure not caring to want to be in a relationship or care because I want something out of it. I care because I really want to know, hey, are you okay? I'm not one of those people that says, hey, how are you doing? And then I walk away not caring. And then I just ask how someone was doing, but didn't stay to hear how they're doing. Thank you. If you really say you're a friend, you wouldn't. This is the thing that I learned. Sometimes the happiest people act happy when they're really not happy. Then you're going to feel upset when you never really saw the signs and something happens to them, like Robin Williams. Some of you guys need to really care.
Wow.
If I don't hear from someone, I'll reach out and be like, are you okay? Because I'm worried. There's a lot of things. It's not wrong for me to reach out to ask someone if they're okay because I care. There's nothing wrong with that. It would be an issue if they said, hey, well, I don't want to say anything about what's going on. I don't want to talk about it. And then I keep pushing it to the point I want to let them talk about it when they feel comfortable to talk about it. And not push people, because then it makes them feel comfortable to come to me rather than pushing people to say something. You force someone to say something, they're not going to want to share anything with you. That's why at another place I was at, this girl came and told me more things than she told the people that worked in this place, because they were trying to push her to like talk about things she did not want to talk about. If you're trying to pry into someone's business and get something out of them, that's not going to work. You can't force someone to talk to you, because then they're not going to want to talk to you. Trying to force someone is crazy. I don't force people. I just say, hey, are you okay? Hey, I'm here if you need me. That's it. If they don't want to share something, I'm not going to force them to share it. They can share it whenever they feel comfortable sharing it. If they don't feel comfortable, then me and my mom talk every day. So when you say, what about that's why people share personal things with me. That's why people feel comfortable to talk to me. They feel comfortable to come to me.
Sure,
I do not push people away. I don't force people to literally speak. First of all, you're not feeding me, because The gift points that I get, literally gift coins, sorry, not points. That goes to my bills, my storage, and my phone bill. So I did buy
Right.
Taco Bell how long ago, and Cane's how long ago. Hello.
And
That doesn't mean I'm using money to
and
eat
Burger
every
King.
day, and the money that I have goes to my bills. Like, I don't really need to explain it. This is, and I want to preference this. This is not me talking badly about anyone. This is not me trying to attack anyone about relationship. It's just like, from what I see from my standpoint, if you really don't know what you want, then you really shouldn't try to be in a relationship with someone or think going back to an old relationship is going to work. And sometimes I want the best of people. I don't want people to go into a failing relationship. It's going to be failing from the start. I just want the good things for people. And, maybe in past.
But why is this the topic? You should not be worried about relationships whatsoever. So why did we have a 20-minute powwow about whether or not people should be in relationships? You shouldn't be in one, so who fucking cares what you have to say?
Things haven't worked out, but would they have really? Considering what a lot of people think of themselves, telling me they love me, they couldn't stop thinking about me.
Oh my God, Tophia.
That's why they came back, and then all of a sudden they're engaged. Like, please. You know what? You may want to be a part of something where someone plays you. If you like people that play games, then cool. I'm not one of those people that likes playing games. Oh, and today, was it today or was it yesterday? Today, I got a victory royale and reloaded. That was crazy. My first victory royale and reloaded. I got so close several times. I finally got victory royale. Why did I say thank you for sending gifts for paying my bills? That's rude because that's making people feel like they're obligated to pay my bills when they're not. And I say thank you for the gift points. I don't say thank you for paying my bills because that's rude. I did say thank you. I said thank you for the gift coins. I said points. And then I corrected to coins because it's not points, it's coins. What have I accomplished in life? I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm living. I have a purpose in life. Yes, this is how I expect to get paid.
And exactly what is that purpose, Tophia? Because I'm not seeing it. I don't see it. I don't see a roadmap to it. What is this grand purpose? Please, I would love to know. Please divulge more. I need to know.
If I'm huge and boring, then why are you here spamming the comments? When you have left already if I'm boring? Didn't deny the huge allegations. Well, obviously I could look at my weight and I'm not going to sit here and say I'm skinny when I literally look at myself and can see my weight. Why do you gotta be fat phobic? Ew, it's 2026 and you're still fat phobic? That's weird. That's supposed to make me feel bad about myself? Maybe try harder next time. Why do you resort to being fat phobic and think that's gonna affect me? Try something else. Maybe try a new gig. Okay, because Carrot Top already took that one, and clearly you're not funny. I don't see anybody wanting to go pay to see Carrot Top, and I sure as heck don't foresee people wanting to pay to hear you or what you gotta say, okay? People would treat me better if I was skinny. Oh, so now I'm useless. I know.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of are, and that has nothing to do with your weight. You don't do anything. So, like, in what aspects or regards would you consider yourself useful? Please, let me know.
I'm not useless. Just imagine if your mom passed away. I picked up a pile of her ash and went, why? People are trying me and they need to stop because I'm trying to be polite, but...
So yeah, the positivity era, it lasted an entire 36 hours. Like, why would you say that, Tophia, and then you swear, like, I don't understand why people don't like me and why people hate on me? It's because you say crazy shit like that. Oh my goodness.
But sometimes you push me. We were looking for my dad before what happened to my brother, saying, like, imagine your brother passed away and your dad never saw y'all again. If I don't care about my dad. And it would go to, like, get back up again, and then it goes back into a gospel song. I'm sorry, but sorry, my bad. Some people they're testing my patience. My mom is not dying, so why are we lying? That rhymes. My mom is not dying, so why are we lying? Maybe you should keep on trying.
Bars.
Because you ain't flying. You're profiling.
Oh my God. Stop. Just, nope. Dragged it too long. Stop it.
You're a Will and Dylan son of a gun. Woo, I'm just kidding. Are you not Jeffree Star, are you Ric Flair? Just kidding. But all jokes aside, my mom is not dying. That's a stupid rumor. I don't know why somebody said my mom died. If my mom was dying, don't you think she would have told me? I literally talk to her every day. I talked to her today. It's so crazy that people say I'm obsessed with Jeffree Star just because of the couple of videos I made. Jeffree Star is obsessed with himself. Jeffree Star is obsessed with talking about people that don't do anything to him. Jeffree Star is flapping his blubber lips.
Tophia, do you not do the same thing? You brought up Shawty Bay and Wesley again for the umpteenth time. They haven't done shit to you. They're not talking about you. They're not bringing you up, but you keep talking shit and throwing dirt on them. The same can be said about you, Toph.
Because the lip fillers is seeping to his head that he is getting big-brained. He thinks he can sit on this app and talk about people when he shouldn't even be talking at all. This is what you're doing. This is what you need to do. That made me think of the master of disguise. This is what you're doing. This is what you need to do. How can I be obsessed with a man that literally is complaining about someone's money, right? You can't even get your mom out of the shelter. First of all, you know, instead of worrying about getting my mom out of the shelter, because you're clearly trying to push me to my point, my breaking point, because you keep talking about my family members. I would suggest you worry about your mother before you end up digging her out of an urn, okay? Because clearly you have no concept what it's like to leave me alone.
Oh, Tophia. Come on, man. Who the fuck do you think you are to even say something like that? And again, I don't know why she keeps doing this. She literally did this on stream, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was the night her brother got smoked. Earlier that live, she was talking shit like this. Talking crazy. And it's almost as if like divine intervention. I don't want to say that, but I mean the timing, it was impeccable. Like, dude, you gotta stop. You can have a rebuttal without sinking to the absolute bottom of the Mariana Trench and just being vile. You know what I'm saying?
I would suggest you leave me alone before you start digging her out and rolling her up and smoking her in a pack. We could make several packs, okay? There's 10 cigarettes to a pack. I'm pretty sure you could get
20,
5 packs out of that. So I would suggest you worry about those 5 packs instead of worrying about my family. I'm so sick and tired of people thinking they could talk about my family and get away with it. You don't even know what I can or cannot do. Anyways,
nothing.
Back to the...
You can't do shit. Dude, Tophia, it's past 10 p.m. You can't even go outside. Like, shut the fuck up, man. All this fucking bravado, you can't do anything to anyone at all. You have no pool, no money, and no connections. So stop acting like you're so big and bad. I know you got your red bandana on, but you're not Suwoo. Stop it.
The Jeffree Star, because yes, the whole Jeffree Star thing. Jeffree Star cannot be talking about Jules LeBron when he comes on this app begging people for gift points while making $200 million. How are you going to talk about someone and complaining about someone's money when you came on here crying that TikTok was going to take 20% of your gift points because of a violation that you got? You got a violation, came on here crying saying, I guess TikTok doesn't want us to make money. But
I mean, Tophia, weren't you crying when TikTok permanently restricted your live access on your main account because you were doing some weird shit on the Sims game? And then you turned around and said that you were going to take yourself out over that? Okay.
It's crazy, right? You came on here crying about how TikTok was going to take 20% of your gift points or your gift coins because of a violation, and literally said, I guess TikTok doesn't want us to make money. Not only that, here's the thing, right? Since I'm so obsessed with Jeffree Star has the nerve to tell Jules to go get a job, but when someone asked him for a job on his live stream, he said, how dare you ask me for a job? The audacity of you to ask me for a job while I'm unboxing makeup is insane. Makeup is more important than someone putting themselves out there to earn a living wage. And the only thing you have to say to someone asking for a job is the audacity of you to ask me for a job while I'm unboxing makeup. and the fact that your name is Shiesty, he said, your name is Shiesty, which leads me to believe you're probably going to steal from me. And if you don't steal, you're still shady. How was someone shady for asking for a job? Why are you playing that song? Why do they just let anybody play anything? That's horrible. I won't shut up about Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star
Oh
needs
my
to shut up
God.
about everyone else. Jeffree Star won't shut up about anyone else. That's not being obsessed. The fact that Jeffree Star is telling someone to get a job and then on a live stream, right? Because it's on TikTok, he denied someone a job. So you're telling people to go get a job, but then you're denying people jobs. Make that make fucking.
I mean, look, I'm not trying to defend this motherfucker whatsoever, but like, I don't think I'd want to hire somebody that got shiesty in their username either. If we're being for real, like, I mean, that kind of tells me what type of timing you're on. But Tophia, again, just, it's like, oh, it's such a non-issue. And again, you know, oh, Jeffree Star talks shit about people, and then like here you are talking shit about Jeffree Star and Shoddy Bay, and you know, not directly, because that's one thing I noticed. She usually doesn't say Wesley's name or Justin's name, but you're talking shit about them too, because everybody knows who the fuck you're talking about when you're like, oh, this person was talking to me, saying they loved me, da da da, and then next week they were getting married. Like, you do the same shit, man, and you profit from it as well, just like them. So, like, shut the fuck up. You're no better. You're a hypocrite.
Sense. You can't be sitting here telling someone to get a job and you're denying people jobs. And then on top of that, you're begging for gift points while complaining about people asking for money for dental care. On top of begging for gift points, you make $200 million and you're taking people's hard-earned money. Some of y'all just be stupid. Some of y'all are idiots. That's why you guys aren't making money. That's why you guys don't own houses and you're not rich.
Are you the smartest person in the room, Tophia? Where's your house? Why ain't you rich? Miss Know-It-All. Where's your car? Where's your 401k? Where's your stock portfolio? Where's your certificate of deposit? Where are your treasury bills? Do you have any hard assets? Huh? Well, shut the fuck up, Tophia. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You're literally paying a man that makes $200 already. He's making money off of you,
$200.
and you're dumb. You want to talk about mismanagement and how Jules LeBron doesn't know how to manage her money correctly when stupid idiots are giving a man that makes $200 million money.
Well, you know, hey, there's different, like, again, the internet is not a monolith. Okay, just because there are dumbasses, because I agree as far as that. It's dumb as fuck to willingly give a millionaire money. That's like fucking insane in my opinion. I've made the Kylie Jenner comparison a few times already. That's dumb as hell. So I can agree there. But at the same time, like Jules, hey man, they own a G-Wagon, and apparently they bought an entire apartment building for them and their extended family to live in. Hey man, look, don't come asking little old me for no fucking 45K. Okay? Jules is doing way better than any of us regular fucking schmoes, okay? So yes, there's going to be a section of the internet that has a problem with them asking for $45,000. And then there's another section of the internet like you, Tophia, that are defending this tomfoolery. Because like Jules is also a person that is making a lot of fucking money. Or if they're not making a lot of money now, oh fucking well. That ain't got shit to do with us. If you can't maintain your platform to keep earning, well then it's time to go back to fucking work and get that 9 to 5. I don't know what to tell you. I don't feel bad for a person that has 2 million followers that can actively they can probably go out and get a sponsorship for $10,000-$20,000 at any given fucking time. I don't feel bad for this person. Oh fucking well. if you don't save up any fucking money for when real shit happens because you were out buying a bunch of bullshit, makeup, designer clothes, instead of just buying like a house with a couple extra rooms. No, I bought an entire apartment building and I have a G-Wagon and another car, and you're not willing to get rid of any of that shit for your health care, then go fuck yourself. I don't know what to tell you. I don't feel bad whatsoever. And apparently, shout out to Toki, this is a pattern. Apparently, Jules is a e-begging grifter, just like Tophia. This is a pattern of them begging for money. So it's like, no. I don't feel bad for anyone talking shit on Jules. Don't feel bad for anyone talking shit on Tophia. And apparently people should continue to talk shit about Jeffree Star. Y'all are all terrible fucking people at the end of the day. So, oh well.
But you're talking about managing money. You're not managing your money correctly if you're giving someone that makes $200 million money.
Hey, shut your ass up. You ain't even got no money to manage. So shut the fuck up.
People want to sit here talk about finances while being the biggest dummies in the world, giving a rich man money. Learn how to manage your money better. Some of y'all are stupid. You could be investing that money. You could be putting...
Where your investments at? Where your 401k? Where your stock portfolio? What money do you have invested, Toph? What you got? You got $10 on Apple? Like, shut up. You just say things because it sounds good, but you don't do any of the shit that you're saying your fucking self. You don't have any money fucking saved. We already know that. You don't have any fucking investments. Like, shut the hell up.
Putting it into making more money, but you're not. I don't give money to people that are rich and millionaires. That's the difference. All because you want to be noticed by someone that's a bigot. The only reason why people are gifting him is so that he notices them. That's the stupidest thing I've ever... That I wouldn't send anybody anything to get noticed. I send people things that deserves it. My mom...
Like Wesley and Justin? Like them? Okay.
Mom is not dying, so you're too cowardly to battle. To battle who? I'm not battling anybody. What do you mean battle? You're the coward to battle who? Don't... Kirk be
on
mean.
TikTok,
Charlie
you
Kirk
ass.
got that neck, okay? He got Kirk. Anyways, hi. How is that evil? This man literally went on a tyrant talking about
a tyrant?
How to uphold the First Amendment rights. We need to have gun violence. He said he didn't care. He said he didn't care about the kids that were unalived in school shootings. He literally said to uphold the First Amendment rights, people have to pass away. Literally condoning gun violence and dies by gun violence. Make that make sense. He didn't care about anybody. He said that he would wonder if his pilot is qualified if his pilot is black. He said, if I have a black pilot, I'm going to wonder if they're qualified enough. There was a bunch of stuff he said. And to be honest, yes, Perez Hilton has said some horrible things, but I'm not going to sit here and basically say whether or not he deserves to live or die. Because Charlie Kirk got unalived by gun violence, Perez Hilton did not. And if someone unalived him, I'm not going to justify that because it doesn't equate to someone who was way worse. Like, he tried to hurt himself versus...
I don't know, man, because, again, I don't keep up with these internet personalities and shit. I could give a fuck less because nothing that they say, it don't got no effect on me, bro. It's not impacting my life. But from what I've been told in the comments, whenever Tophia started bringing up Perez Hilton last week, isn't this the same guy that was taking like upskirt photos of Britney Spears or some shit when she was like 16, 17? And you're defending that versus, someone that was giving their opinion. Don't have to agree with the opinion. I totally understand that. But you're comparing someone that was taking like voyeur photos of a child to someone that was just speaking their mind. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one, Toph. That's weird, but I mean, hey, I'm not surprised because Tophia has a track record of defending predators, whether that be Donald Jr., Donald Sr., and and her own involvement with the group chats with minors and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know about that one, Toph.
There's someone that died against what they were. There's a difference. I'm not gonna say someone deserves to die because that's none of my.
I mean,
That's
you
not
kind
my
of are,
doing.
though.
I can't sit here and decide whether someone lives or dies. Anyways, I gotta go because I gotta get off and probably play some matches on Fortnite. But have a
Thank
good day tonight, you
goodness.
guys.
Get out of here.
See you guys later. Stay safe. I think liking, commenting, gifts.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Goodbye. Well, that is going to do it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Highly appreciate every single one of y'all. Again, I can't believe that we have made it to 2,500 subs. Thank you all so much. From the day ones to people that, just helped us cross that finish line. Thank you all so much for, being a part of this community. I can't tell you how much it means to me for that y'all are here and just listen to me rant and talk my shit. So highly appreciate y'all. Thank you all so much. And yeah, we'll see if Toph goes live tonight, and we'll get back on schedule. I'm probably gonna release these a bit weird because I'm gonna go ahead and probably drop the QA as well. And yeah, y'all be safe, be kind to each other, and I'll see you all very soon.